Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Shine, and I have the honor of serving as the Director of Needham Youth and Family Services. On behalf of my incredible team, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you as we gather here for the 18th Annual Forde Award Ceremony. Each year, the Forde Good Person Memorial Award offers us a meaningful moment to pause and recognize an individual whose actions truly embody the very best of Needham. Someone who gives their time and energy and heart in service to others, often quietly and without the expectation of recognition. This award also stands as a heartfelt tribute to two remarkable individuals, Patrick and Patricia Forde. Their unwavering commitment to service and their deep compassion for others continue to inspire our community. Rooted in the values of kindness, generosity, and community service, the Forde Good Person Memorial Award honors a legacy that lives on through those who follow in their footsteps. Each year, it is especially fitting that we recognize someone whose dedication has touched countless lives in a profound and lasting way. So welcome to the Forde family. Welcome to town and state officials, to colleagues and friends, to our past recipients who are here. If you could just stand, do a round of applause. And of course, our 2026 recipient, Jeff Dinneen, and his family and friends. Tonight we gather to honor Jeff and the remarkable impact he has made on the Needham community, while also celebrating the legacy of Patrick and Patricia Forde. Patrick and Patricia were deeply devoted to this community, always looking for meaningful ways to contribute, connect, and support those around them. This award was established in recognition of Patrick's dedication and later Patricia's to honor the invaluable contributions they both made to strengthen and uplift Needham. They were truly inspirational individuals, and it is our hope that this award continues to shine a light on others who, like Patrick and Patricia, have made a lasting difference through their service, generosity, and commitment to the community. I hope you've had a chance to pick up your program on your way. You'll find more information about the award, the legacy of Patrick and Patricia Forde, and our incredible nominee, or honoree, Jeff Dinneen. I also want to take a moment to just thank my staff for their hard work in organizing this event, and for my board for their dedication and thoughtful involvement in selecting this year's honoree. At this point, I'd like to introduce Tara Forde, Patrick and Patricia's daughter.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay, good. My name is Tara Forde, and I'm Patrick and Patricia Forde's oldest daughter. On behalf of my siblings, thank you to our family, friends, and the Needham community for joining us. It is such a pleasure to share this special evening with all of you. And a big thank you to Sarah, her staff, and the town of Needham for sponsoring and hosting this event. We are deeply grateful for all the care, dedication, and attention to detail you put into making this one of our favorite days of the year, so thank you so much. Our family is extremely proud of the Patrick C. Forde Memorial Fund and the Patrick and Patricia Forde Good Person Award. It is a privilege to carry on our parents' legacy by recognizing individuals and organizations that are committed to helping Needham be a better place. My siblings and I were very blessed to grow up with parents who gave us unconditional love, always showed up, and led through their actions. For those of us who do not know, shortly after the sudden passing of our dad in 2005, our mom started a 503b nonprofit charity called the Patrick C. Forde Memorial Fund. Since then, our nonprofit charity, we have awarded 35 scholarships to high school seniors, and we annually support clubs, events, and organizations in Needham with donations. Then in 2006, the Patrick C. Forde Good Person Award was created with the help and vision of our dear family friend, John Madelman. In 2018, unfortunately, our mother passed away, and after she passed away, we included her name in this award. It is incredible to think this has been 18 years that this award has been going on. And its meaning to our family has only deepened with time. Although our parents are no longer with us, this award allows their values to remain very alive. Through it, we are able to remember and celebrate the enduring power of generosity, service, and quiet leadership in our community. But today, we are here to honor the outstanding and well-deserved recipient of the 2026 Patrick and Patricia Forde Good Person Award. We had the pleasure of meeting Jeff this past Saturday, and I walked away very impressed and inspired. He has made a profound impact on the lives of those around him, whether through volunteering his time, providing support to those in need, or simply spreading positivity wherever he goes. He truly embraces the very essence of this award. From the moment we spoke with him, it's clear that his commitment to service and people isn't performative, it's deeply personal. His charity work has made a real lasting impact on our community and beyond. One of the moments that really stuck with me while meeting Jeff was that he actually knew my mom and one of her best friends, Mary Rapucci. And we shared stories. They used to work at Roach Brothers together, and that was special, and I know that she'd be very proud that he was able to get this award. Also, I'll never forget the last thing Jeff said as we were leaving when we met up. He said, quote, "How can I help your memorial fund, and how can I help your family?" These questions speak volumes about his character, selflessness, and his genuine care for others. He's a man whose legacy is built not just on accomplishments, but how it lifts others along the way. So, Jeff, on behalf of the Patrick C. Forde Memorial Fund, we have a gift to give to you. And then Sarah and your team, we really appreciate all the hard work and everything you do for us, so thank you so much. Thank you and congratulations.
All right, next I would like to invite State Representative Tarski, who is here tonight, to come up and give a presentation to Jeff.
Hi, everybody. Nice. So first of all, I want to thank all the people for putting this together. Special event, really proud to be here, proud of the past award winners, Jeff, et cetera, for the good work that we do in our community. You know, during these divisive times, it's important to recognize people who are centered on nonpartisan things, just people who are centered on benefiting the community at large. And I think that this award is symbolic of that. What I do in these situations is sort of pile on praise with a citation from the Massachusetts State House. You know, the first time I encountered Jeff's name was actually at the Needham Community Council. I was trying to get involved in like a series of reels highlighting people who are making a difference in our community. And one of the first people's names that came out was actually Jeff's, for all the work that he's done for our town through recycling and other means. I've actually been trying to get you on a social media push for a couple months through some of the people in my office, which will continue after this citation. But it speaks volumes to how well regarded he is and the work that he's doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present you with a citation from the Mass State House. You want to come up and I'll read it to you and shake your hand? I need an education and I can't read. One way of looking at it. All right, so I'll read this to you. So be it hereby known to all that the Mass House of Reps offers its sincerest congratulations to Jeff Dinneen in recognition of receiving the Forde Memorial Award and his significant contributions to the community. Our entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors. Thank you so much.
I have a couple of parking tickets? Can you help me?
All right, next I'd like to invite up Sandra Robinson, Executive Director of the Needham Community Council.
Good evening. I am Sandra Robinson, and I have the privilege of serving as the Executive Director of the Needham Community Council for the last 23 years. And I'm deeply grateful to be here tonight to say a few words about our dear friend and neighbor, Jeff Dinneen. Jeff truly embodies what it means to be a good person, which is why this award is so incredibly fitting. There are few people who, upon retirement, when most are finally slowing down and turning their attention to hobbies or well-earned rest, choose instead to take on something entirely new to service others. Jeff saw a need, and with remarkable generosity and commitment, he stepped towards rolling up his sleeves and got to work. Jeff does it all, from collecting cans to working alongside volunteers to sort and redeem them, to head to the grocery stores twice a week to pick up milk and other essential items. He does every step with care and humility. He then brings the milk directly to the food pantry and makes sure it's safely stored in our refrigerators. 2 of those refrigerators were generously donated by Jeff and his family, significantly increasing our capacity to offer fresh milk and other perishables items to the people we serve. Jeff also regularly checks with our food pantry manager, Katerina, to ask what else might be needed, and then quietly goes about and gets it time and time again. Because of Jeff's extraordinary dedication, we are now able to provide fresh milk to every one of our food pantry customers. Our over 400 households totaling 954 people at every visit. They don't come every visit. This is simply not possible. This was simply not possible in the past due to cost and refrigeration constraints. Many food pantries still cannot offer this, but thanks to Jeff, here in Needham we can. His impact is real, tangible, and felt every single week. Everyone at the Needham Community Council is profoundly grateful for Jeff's compassion, generosity, and unwavering commitment to our community. We are so pleased to see his efforts recognized in this way. Jeff, thank you for all you have done and all you continue to do for our food pantry customers and for our organization. The Needham Community Council is truly a better place because of you. Congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Before we move on, I just wanted to take the opportunity to recognize 3 individuals, and Jeff, in his very selfless ways, wanted to make sure that I knew that he wasn't doing this work alone, and other people should be recognized too. So I've heard that they can't be here tonight, but their families may be here. So these 3 volunteers have helped countless hours in helping support Cans for Calcium and the work that Jeff has done. So, Jennifer Mara Dill. Maisie Berger. And Lucetta Walters. Jeff's commitment to serving the Needham community runs deep, shaped early by his mother's strong belief in giving back and caring for others. Her example of compassion and service continues to guide his work today. During his career at Roach Brothers, Jeff helped ensure that fresh milk reached families served by the Needham Community Council food pantry, where he saw firsthand how essential nutritious food could be. When he retired, his commitment only grew. Determined to continue to support local families, Jeff personally funded milk purchases and began looking for a more sustainable solution. That vision became Cans for Calcium. What started as a simple idea has grown into a powerful community-wide effort to turn recycling into real support for neighbors in need. Through Jeff's leadership, volunteers of all ages help fund fresh milk and essential food for the food pantry. Thanks to Jeff and this community, more than 4 million cans have been collected, supporting thousands of families. On the way to 5, I understand. We appreciate Jeff's unwavering commitment to ensure families in Needham have access to nutritious food, his quiet generosity, often giving without seeking recognition, his hands-on leadership that inspire people of all ages to get involved, his persistence and vision to turn a simple idea into a lasting community impact, his genuine compassion for neighbors in need, and his deep love for this community. Jeff's compassion, dedication, and ability to bring people together truly embodies the spirit of the Forde Good Person Memorial Award. Jeff, on behalf of Needham Youth and Family Services and the entire Needham community, we want to thank you for your work, your leadership, your generosity, and your unwavering commitment to helping others. So on that note, it's my privilege to present to you the 2026 Patrick and Patricia Forde Good Person Memorial Award. Jeff, if you want to.
Fortunately, I'm a man of few words. So if you have a reservation across the street, cancel it. It's going to be a while. Now, we're a little surprised here. I had this fear that I was going to be here all by myself with my lovely wife and her mother. So I think some of you are in the wrong place. Tax abatements are one floor down, okay? They're having special hours tonight in case you're in the wrong place. Thank you much for this award, the Forde family. We don't do it for an award, but when I met the Forde family the other day, an award like this does nothing but promote the program for us. We've been fortunate along the way. Maureen Callahan and Sandra have helped a lot. When we got to 3 million cans, Channel 5 came down and gave us 3 minutes on the 5:30 news. That's a lot. That's a lot of time for them. But what happened was Channel 5 is a Needham station for Needham residents, and the donations picked up, which was great. We got to 4 million cans. Channel 5 came back down. They gave us a minute this time, but an update to the program. Again, it went up. Nicole Davis from WBZ did a 23-minute podcast on Cans for Calcium. She was awesome. She was so into this program and how it was helping the community. She was so excited about it. It went great. So she puts it on 17 different radio stations over this one particular weekend. And it's still, if you want to see it, it's still on the website. Just look up under Cans for Calcium. So the awards are nice, but what's nice is these community council people. The amount of work that they do for the food pantry and the amount of people that they're handling, it's amazing to me. So the program was aptly named by my son's wife. When we started the program, we didn't know what to call it, so she called it Cans for Calcium. And then my 2 grandsons, Andrew and Matthew, they would come with me and help me load the milk into the refrigerator, and my son keeps on drinking. All those cans. It's just pretty good, you know. So with that said, it is a total effort. So without word of mouth, which is our best way of getting new people to help us, the program stagnates. So this event, a Needham event for Needham residents, it's going to help us tremendously. So I'm a little driven. We're at 4 million. I'm trying to get to 5 million the quickest I can. The only thing that I have going for me is my sister-in-law is going to retire at the end of the school year, and she's going to come help me. So we might get to 6 million this year because she's crazy. she was one of my, when we first started, it was myself and mostly family members. Chrissy came and her son, Karen came with his friend Max. And it was all family. And then, believe it or not, they had other things to do besides this. I find that hard to believe, but they did. So that part's really helped. Karen went off to school, Max went off to school, Chrissy's still teaching for some reason. And so she's gonna come help next year. But again, it's the award is nice, but that's not why we do it. I mean, we can see how many people we're helping. At the end of September, I went in, and as I mentioned, the cans for calcium, the first thing we always do is milk. Make sure that refrigerator is filled with milk all the time. Then what's left over, we buy cases of food. And I was telling Tara and Ryan the other day, I think it was the last week of September, I came in I come in the stealth of night, and I leave, and I left 22 cases of food. Came back a week later, it was all gone. All gone. I mean, it just shows you how many people. I was quoting 326 families. Sandra tells me as of December, it's 417. And this is Needham. I grew up in Needham. You know, we didn't think of Needham. We thought it was an affluent town. They don't need a food pantry, but boy, do they need a food pantry. And so with all of your help, with your word of mouth, anything you can do to promote our program, help us, because it'll be awesome. When we started the program, we had, we finally got the transfer station. The Boy Scouts had owned it for years. Sandra and I met with the DPW. They loved the idea. So we started the program, and then COVID hit. They shut us down for 3 months because they didn't know if you could get COVID from touching a can that someone had COVID, so they shut us down for 3 months. So fortunately, my cousin and her husband were always delivering empty 36 packs to the end of my driveway. So I'm saying, well, if they're doing it, I wonder how many more people will do it. So I gave it to Sandra and the Community Council. They blasted it out there. In a 10-day period, we got $1,000 worth of cans in my friggin' driveway. So I got a visit from the town about health and services, about how you handle these cans. No, but it shows you what it is. You know, they came up with the idea, it worked, then they opened it back up. So again, we did not expect this award. We don't do it for the awards, but we do it for the recognition. And it's all of us. You know, it's us with the Community Council, how they're doing their part. And then it's the residents that have to keep providing us and feeding the system, so to speak, so that we can continue on to do this. You know, I have Maisie and her friend Lucy been with me for almost 5 years. They're going to college in a year. So I told Maisie, I said, you can go to BC, BU, or Northeastern. You need to be here on Saturdays. So apparently I'm losing on that one. But we do take, you know, if you have high school kids that need the community service hours, we vet them through the Community Council. You go through them first, and then I get to meet them. And it's not for everybody. I had one fellow who lasted an hour. I had one that lasted a day. Some last a week. You know, Jen's been there for 4 years. I'm sure she has better things to do on Saturday than come help me and listen to my dribble, right? Yeah. So with that, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. My family thanks you. Love the recognition, but help us with the program. The last thing I want to say is when I met the Fords, I didn't realize that they had a scholarship fund. So we're going to donate 10,000 cans, $500 to your scholarship fund, okay? So that's not going to come in cans. You don't have to go redeem yourself. It's coming out of my wife's checkbook. So you're good, okay? So $500. Hopefully some of the others realize what you have. And it's just scholarships going to the high school kids. So how bad can that be? So thank you very much. Anyone have any questions? Thank you.
So thank you again, Jeff, for everything you've done to contribute to Needham and the lives of the Needham youth and families. Thank you again to the Ford family. This is one of my favorite events every year, to honor your parents and to really recognize all the good that's happening in this world and in this community. So thank you for allowing us to do that. Thank you all for supporting the Forde Award, Needham Youth and Family Services. I hope you stay a few minutes to chat and to enjoy some refreshments, meet the Forde family, and hope to see you again next year. Thank you all for coming.